Guys, deluded, I'm back again. Now, it's about time we speak about a couple of the nations going into the World Cup. And one I'd like to speak about is Belgium. Now, they might not be anyone's favourites, but personally, I believe they should be aiming for the quarters or the semis. Definitely. Obviously, the objective for any nation is to win it, but yeah. They've been hyped up for a while. They've got some great players. They've had some good players. We've seen them flatter to deceive at previous tournaments. But now's the time for me to put for me personally to see them put in a decent showing. I'm not calling for them to win it, but like semi-finals, quarter-finals, like I need to see that. They might have got to the quarter-finals or something before I could be going against logic, but you get my point. In it. Long story short, you want to see these players, these quality players, collectively deliver or shake up the world, didn't it? Just say something. Like, yeah. Another reason I think it's time is because if you look at these star players or what you deem star players, they're all coming to their own. You could say Chelsea didn't have the best of seasons. You could even say Hazard didn't hasn't had the best of seasons. But if you look at it from just a non-biased point of view, he scored a decent amount of goals and assists, so that's decent form. Kevin's obviously won the league. Toby and Jan Vertonghen, depending on if they start or are used together, they're been deemed two of the best centre halves in the Premier League. We know Toby hasn't had much football this year and all these things, but you see what I'm saying. There's young Telemans coming into his own, still needs to develop at Monaco. Lukaku did had a decent year at United and improving as a player. They didn't bring Nangolan, which I don't agree with, but you get the point. Martins as well of Napoli. You see where I'm going in it. Meunier of PSG. There's decent players in that. There's a decent 11. Did Meunier get called up? I could be wrong about that. But you get me. You could have a decent side. The big problem would be tactics now. Kevin De Bruyne, I believe in November last year, criticised tactics and saying they got basically tactically outclassed by Mexico, and they need to improve. No disrespect to Mexico, but if you're getting tactically outclassed by Mexico, or if they're able to outwit you, then what does that say against the bigger nations? It raises cause for concerns of some nature, especially when you consider they might. I know Martin has got a new deal for Belgium, but he doesn't really feel anyone with confidence. It does feel like he tries to shoehorn a lot of attacking based players into a system that might not necessarily be the best to play them all and things like that, but he still proceeds with it. So yeah, I believe they use a 3-4-3 or certain variations of it. I haven't watched Belgium week in week out. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I have. Obviously Henri's there as well coaching, so hopefully they do alright. But you see what I'm saying, in it. There's a decent amount of players there, people. For me, it boils down to Martinez because the tactics is really Martinez. Obviously, the players have to implement it, but the tactics are there in it. Do they believe in Martin? Like, firstly, are the tactics there? Because you need if you're getting outclassed by Mexico, Germany, Spain, forget about it, mate. It's finished. So you need to improve. Because of Kevin's questioning the tactics, who else is behind the scenes possibly questioning the tactics? So do they believe in Martinez? If everybody's not on the same page and everybody don't believe, then you can forget about doing anything or achieving anything of any real significance. I do believe they're playing a friendly against Costa Rica, ironically, as I'm making this vid, but they blitzed through qualification, I believe. 10 games, one draw. So yeah, man, or something like that. No, I'm lying to you. That wasn't qualification. That's their friendlies. Well, I don't know what it is, man. But yeah, it's their friendlies, I believe. My handwriting's poor. 7 friendlies, 7 wins, 3 draws. Wait, 7 friendlies, 3 draws, and 4 wins. Pardon me, guys, mixing you up. 7 games, 4 wins, 3 draws. Okay, people, we're on the same page now. So yeah, man, that's a decent show, and it's not the best. And then maybe it's cool for concerns. I haven't watched them. I'm sure Belgian fans or fans from there will have something to say. They've got players like Company as well. If fit, Jan Vertonghen and Toby, there's leaders in that side, so they should be saying something. Michy Batshuayi is also fit, had a decent year, so they should be saying something or putting in a decent showing. It's probably Company's last World Cup as well, so they need to show something. Dodenego as well, decent little player playing for Anderlecht. He wants to move, so there's players that want to play with something to prove. So we'll see what they're saying at the World Cup, people. It boils down to tactics and self-belief, in my opinion, because it does feel like a defensive system with just bare attackers. But I'm sure some people would disagree with me, and that's the logic and greatness about talking football. And on that note, I love you guys, but I need to get going, man. Deluded. Get a comment, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out. Thank you for having me, man. Subscribe and hit that like button.